Hey everyone, Neil here. Come back with another episode. We left off with a couple of bugs, and there's two methods in TileEntity we need to work on, so that way we can finish up everything on our GUI class, the GUI class. So let's do that. Let's get that out of the way. Bugs first. Bugs first. So when we actually come in here to Minecraft, we run into the following problems. Problem numero uno, nothing is coming out right here. Right, no inventory items. Bottom one works, this one doesn't. Second is we have no texture. So let's fix those real fast. And I spent a little bit of time kind of agonizing over this code. And the reason why is when you start a for loop, you always set your counter out to 0. I started it at 9, so it never actually increments through any of that. So we change that to 0. And then in our GUI, what we want to do is plus, like this, plus quote, like so. So that way we're actually getting the GUI that we want. Delete that out of there. We're not ready for that yet. So, we're going to run this again. We're going to jump in there. It's not actually going to render the texture because we haven't told it to yet. So we will actually tell it to, then we're going to go to TileEntity, create those couple of methods. And that will probably do it for this episode. And then the next episode, we need to map some things. So here you'll actually see now we have our inventory in here, but we're still missing the texture. The texture is not there. So let's do that. Let's get that texture in there. We're going to go to our GUI class, and this is the container background layer. So we did the foreground, right, which are our words, which we have to tune up a little bit because it's not doing that. We're trying to say, hey, get this and get that, otherwise get this. And I'm thinking that we could probably just do something like this. No, I didn't think it was going to like that. We'll figure that out though. This down here, we're going to start out with Minecraft dot get Minecraft dot get texture manager dot bind. What am I doing? Bind texture, and it's actually going to be what we put up here, which was me trying to troubleshoot. We originally had a B ground, so we'll make sure that it's still B ground. We're going to put that in there like so. Now there's a little something that we need above this, right? And that is GL11 dot GL color. We're going to go down to 4F. And we're actually just going to change this to 1F. 1F. Crikey. Copy that. Paste. 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 Like so. Line below this, we are going to want to draw a textured modal rectangle, but we're just going to put rect, and that is going to be GUI left, comma GUI top, 0, comma 0, space, X size, Y size, wrap that up. So this should actually render our background now. Now that we've corrected that, we've actually say, hey, go ahead and display that background. So let's jump in and check it out and see where we're at. Voila, look at that. You see that we have some boo-boo here, right? Inventory is kind of hanging off. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to come to, rather than this, we're going to come to debug. Right? And we'll come in here, and it'll allow us to essentially, as long as we're not like changing any major parts of methods, it'll allow us to make adjustments to this as we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our GUI, right? Because that's where it does a container.inventory, and we started this at 128. So let's go ahead and make it 120. And we'll hit save. Come back in here. Right click again. It's moved it over, but it still seems like it's a pixel off. Is it a pixel off? Let's move it one more pixel just to be savvy. 2 pixels. 118. So come back in. That looks good. Mucho gusto. Does that mean nice to meet you, or like I like it a lot? I don't know. So anyways, we have slot 0, slot 1, slot 2. Should we give it a try? Should we try to just see if we can cook something in here? Let me see what I have in my chest. Shit. Wasn't expecting company. Charcoal. Come in here. Let's put that in there. And let's cook some nickel ore. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You'll see that we can't put anything in there, right? We wrote that method actually to fix that. I don't know why that just gave me 64 by double clicking on it. Looks like it picks up what's in my inventory. Can we cook that? Maybe we can do it backwards. Nope. Oh. You know what I just tried to do? I just tried to shift click out of there. Boom. Look at all that. That's one hell of an error message. You got to do a lot of shift click override kind of stuff when building these. Needless to say, that broke it. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's go into our tile entity. Let's create these methods that we need. Now specifically what we need is our get burn time remaining scaled. And really what this is like you'll put a piece of coal in and you start cooking stuff, and it's the flames that slowly go down that use up all the coal. And then we have our cook progress scaled, which is the arrow. Now we're going to be doing something different with our get burn time remaining scaled. So we need to actually get those methods into our tile entity though. So let's go and do that. And these are actually pretty straightforward in terms of methods. Get burn time remaining scaled. So let's just actually go ahead and go down to the bottom here, and we will do our first one, which is public integer, because we're passing along a value. What number is the time? Burn time remaining scaled, and that will be int I. So if this dot cook time equals 0, this dot current item burn time, I'm doing something wrong here. If current item burn time, not cook time. equals this dot furnace speed, like so. What we want to do is return this dot burn time times I divided by this dot current item burn time. Voila, that's that one. Easy. The other method is going to be public int get cook progress scaled. And that will be another int I. And this one we're just going to return this dot cook time times I divided by this dot furnace speed. Yeah, kind of zoned out there for a second, making sure that I had everything right here. So those are our two methods. We can actually come over here. No, we still got quite a bit actually to do here. We need to update our progress bar. But I think that's actually going to conclude it for this episode. So we fixed a couple of bugs. We got a couple of methods created in our tile entity. And yeah, hopefully soon we will be getting in and making some of this action happen, and fixing the name and fixing the texture. Welcome to programming. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions, concerns, comments, complaints, or grievances. And yeah, let me know. This is Neil, over and out.